In this video, we are going to look at how to deliver a PowerPoint presentation with polling involved in it. So, a couple things you're going to have to do. If you are doing this with a physical device, so your students have a physical receiver, you will need to plug in your TurningPoint receiver. You can request one of these through the help desk. And you will notice that your channel now shows your channel number and your icon is green. So this allows you to get responses from physical devices. If you want to use mobile devices, you need to enable those as well. So on the mobile responses over here, we can click Enable. And you can either do a random session ID or you can reserve one. If you have previously reserved one, you can actually just go in and select it. So I'm going to select my UTK OIT 100, and we're going to go ahead and start session. Now here it shows that I've got a strong Wi-Fi signal. We've got my session ID, who I'm signed in as, and duration, and we have no connections yet. I can go ahead and close this window, but do not end session. So we'll close window, and we're ready to start PowerPoint. I'm going to open up a previous PowerPoint presentation. Let me close this one in the background so we don't have multiple going here. And you can see that I already have questions previously set up, so I'm good to go. So what I want to show you in here is we can choose our course. So I'm going to check from this drop down, I'm going to go down here and check my OIT test course. And we can go in and we can look. My mobile responses are green. So if you forgot to enable mobile responses at the start of the session, you can actually do it from here. And my receiver is green as well. So we are good to go for both physical and mobile devices. Now on the PC, remember, this bar is down here. It says TurningPoint. It is included in the software. On a Mac, it is a floating bar. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click the Start. And I'm going to adjust my screen here a little bit. So now you should see my TurningPoint bar here in the upper right, and you see my PowerPoint presentation here. So what I want to do now, slide this over just a bit. I am going to show you on my phone how we join a session. So we are going to type in my session ID. Now one of the neat things with PowerPoint and TurningPoint here is we can click on this little antenna button and it's going to show us our channel and our session ID. So once again, my session ID is UTK OIT 100. Now this is not case sensitive, so that makes it really easy for your students to type in. And I'm going to join the session on my phone. So I've got this set up so that my presentation is also displaying on my phone. So we see the example of questions here. Now I'm going to go to my next question here, and we're going to see that polling is open. Now I've got it set up that no content will be displayed with the questions, so they can't see what the question is unless they're in class or watching you on Zoom. Now I am going to respond, and you're going to see on my PowerPoint bar up there, I've got one. And let me respond on my physical device as well. And I've got two responses. And we're going to see that I had 100% responded correctly. And you're going to see on the phone that they will see the correct answer. Now, if you want to be able to repoll this, do not use the correct answer indicator. Our next question is, what is UTK's primary color? Now, We can type in whatever we want here. So on my phone, I am going to type in orange. On my physical clicker, I'm going to type in gray, just to be different. We're going to see we have 2 responses. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click the stop button up here to close polling. And we're going to see our responses. We have 1 gray and 1 orange. Man, that's weird. My keyword match should have correctly answered. My next question is a simple numeric question. And here, when you tap on the screen on your phone, you're going to see that it only gives you your keypad. So I can type in the answer here and I will submit my response. And on my device, I will type in my answer and submit my response as well. And you're going to see that I got 2 value matches of 4 and both are correct. And you're going to see on our phone here, the correct answer is 4. Our next question type is our hotspot question type. Now, this one is unique because physical devices cannot respond to these questions. They can hit a button on their device and it'll say not open even though the question is open. So this is one thing you have to think about if you're requiring physical devices. You cannot use hotspot question types. Now, on a device like this, you can zoom in on the screen. And I'm going to tap in Neyland Stadium there. And I'm going to click Stop Polling. And you're going to see my little dot here for my response. Our next question type is the word cloud. So we can type in whatever we would like here. I'm going to respond there, and let me type in on the physical device. And respond there, and we will close polling. And we're going to see we have the 2 responses. So if we had more responses of the same, one of these would be bigger. Our next question is our true-false. We can respond on both devices. This is just like a multiple choice question type. Oops. And we will see our responses there. Our next question type is the essay question type, where we can type in whatever we want. I'm just going to type in a short answer here. And I'm going to type in a short answer here. And we'll stop polling. Now, no responses will show on this one because they are the essay questions. This was our demographic question that I did not enter any actual question text in, but this would assign us to a team. And I see we have 2 responses, and I will stop polling. And this one does not have a response grid to it because it was designed to break people out into teams. Our next one is choose our top 3 of our ice cream choices. So as you tap in on your phone, it will put little commas next to it. If you do more than 3, it knocks the first one off. You can clear it. You can do this in any order you want. So this will allow you to respond. This will stay open until you close responses. So I'm going to go ahead and close polling here. And you're going to see our responses. And you can see that as people chose different things, the most common one got the greatest responses. Our next question was the like art. And this one is designed to allow the responses and give you the ability to get from strongly agree to strongly disagree. And we have our chart on this one as well. The last couple here were our icebreakers. So they can choose a puppy is to a dog, as kitten is to, they would choose those. And then the last one is the one where it was the word scramble, where we have the blanks and the scrambled letters down below. And they will respond. And I don't think I had the correct answer shown there. So we're at the end of the slideshow. And so I'm going to exit out of it. Now you're going to see on my phone that it says polling closed. They can no longer answer questions. Now, one of the key things that you have to do after you finish your session is you need to click on this save button here. So when we click on the save, it's going to save that session data. So I'm going to click save session. It's going to default to today's date and timestamp of when you're ending the session. And it's going to default to your documents folder, Turning Point sessions folder. So we're going to go ahead and click save. And now we're done. In one of our next videos, we'll actually talk about how to look at sessions that we've done and upload grades.